I did erotic and kind of therapeutic massage.
Happy ending kind of thing?
Yeah.
Nice.
And here's what I tell new people, like I try to usher people into sex work. You have to genuinely enjoy having sex with 65-year-old white men.
There you go.
Why
Yeah,
you, Rasa?
right.
If you do, wonderful. This is the line of work for you.
Jackpot.
And if you don't do it because you have to. It's not worth faking it every time.
I know, and that was a real disappointment in the trans world. When I had this idea that the trans prostitutes would be like having this just great sex and everything. And it's mostly older men, and they're.
And you're not into that.
Job. It's a job. It really is a job. It's a really awful job.
No, I love older men. They were like retired professors, and they would drop off. I had this one client who would drop off his grandkids up the street and come and see me. And, oh, why, Rasa? Why? It's there's dignity in this work, and I loved it because I love talking to people. Man, I had so many straight men with wives at home. And,
Really?
Well, I would interrogate them because I was so curious, and
nice.
And they would say shit like, "Well, you do stuff like my girlfriend wouldn't do."
Nice.
And now I'm thinking,
like, fuck me with a penis.
Yeah, nice. And I'm thinking like, well, if I can't get a guy to do, would I go to a girl? Like that makes no sense.
Do they want you to suck them, or do they want to suck you?
Both.
So they never.
Now
sucked
here's
a dick
what
before.
I found. I also spent a year dressed
Nice.
as a girl.
You spent a year dressed as a girl?
Yeah, just in my day. Not. I was trying to pass, but I had long hair, wore earrings, I wore dress. I wasn't trying to. And man, if you want to get straight dick, dress as a girl for a day. I don't know what all this shit is in the gay community about being butch, and so you can get butch. No, if you want to get butch dick, dress as a girl. A lot of them were like just suburban dads with kids, and they would play golf on the weekends. And
ew.
No, it's super interesting.
Oh yeah,
it's super interesting.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I lived in the Matrix.
Yeah, the golf is ew. It's a.
The golf
it's a,
is
like
You know what they do about golf? You hang out with golf people, they talk about their golf game, and they'll just keep talking and talking.
Our vagina is the just funniest things in the world. If women are in, like, if the dick is too small for women, can't you just pinch the bottom of the vagina?
You're gonna hold the.
Just hold yourself. I mean, don't blame the guy. Like, he didn't choose a small, narrow penis. What is your favorite thing about vaginas? Come on, we want a heterosexual.
We want heterosexual representation here.
What is your favorite thing about vaginas?
Putting your penis in them.
But, like, is that all there is? It's like it's functional? Do you like looking at one?
Nah. But you don't. Would you like looking at? I think that
yes.
Generally, things that feel good don't look good, and vice versa.
I think penis. Is that true?
Yeah, man.
Do you eat ass? Do straight men eat girls' asses?
If there were bidets,
what's a bidet?
It's like water. People shouldn't be using paper.
Is that true? We have a heterosexual female. Really? You dive straight for the man's ass first? You want to come on camera? Sure. Aren't heterosexuals fascinating? Okay, so girls are diving for guys' assholes?
No, guys are diving for girls' assholes.
Is this a fairly new phenomenon?
I'd say probably within the last decade and a half. After the world went from dial-up to having stronger internet connections, guys are a lot different than they were in high school. And I'm sure the average 15-year-old today is more pervy than his father was by the time he was 40.
And are you open to it as a woman? Are you open to it as a woman?
It depends on the guy. I mean, there's definitely
Doesn't it always?
It does. I mean, that part hasn't changed.
Is that part of your routine? You just dive for the girl's asshole?
I just think it's like how people can tell how hygienic you really are. It's like if you clean a kitchen, if a chef wants to check a kitchen, he goes to the back corner of the kitchen first and sees if there's filth there. And that's how you tell if a kitchen's clean.
Have you ever gone down on a girl? Have you ever gone on a girl's asshole and there's a cockroach there? To the gay audience who have questions for heterosexuals.
What's more intimate, kissing, blowjobs, or intercourse?
You don't always kiss someone you're fucking. That's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's the kissing. That's what it is now. The sex is everywhere because of the internet stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so normal that, like, holding hands and making out is kind of shocking. What?
Yeah.
Oh my god, we held hands in the park and we kissed each other
That's like so
in the
queer.
moonlight.
Well, I think because of the way we are meeting these days for the gay people grinder and Scruff, that you're kind of having sex with people first. And if the sex
And then
goes well,
finding about them.
then you go, oh, what's your name? Back in the olden days, you had to like go courting and show up and sit with somebody for a few hours
But don't you
before
think
you could
it's
even
still
kiss
not-
them.
There's no such thing as dating anymore. I mean,
No.
is there?
Yeah, nobody's dating.
What do you do on a date?
People-
How do you ask somebody on a date?
People
You fuck
outside,
them on the first date.
people outside of this city still have dates. Like, this isn't normal. There are still places where people fall in love and go for a walk in the park and then, you know, have a coffee and then see a movie and then have babies and then they're happily ever after.
They don't date because the city's too expensive to have babies.
Yeah, so that's what, that's like,
That's
people
true.
are
No,
short.
it's true.
People are short on time in San Francisco, so anytime they get to spend with someone on an intimate occasion, they just want to do as much as they can as quickly as they can.
Nobody dates in San Francisco because nobody can afford to anymore.
Right, exactly.
I know. Pay for somebody else's lunch? Don't think so.
Yeah, where
It's just where are we gonna hook
But
up?
yet if somebody
Exactly.
has a sugar daddy
Who's
or...
Cut out the food, cut out the movie, cut out the concert.
whose roommate is out of
Sex is free, and I worked hard to make my fucking rent.
What does it mean for the future of the human race? The reproductive cycle that creates our children, that creates the future. What does all this mean?
Well, it's all getting cranked up and going in a faster cycle. It's no longer going with these Victorian ideals that you have to do all
Yeah,
this stuff.
yeah.
It's now all breaking down, and we're recreating it because we're able to access people and things so much more.
Well,
quickly.
We're creating memes, not genes. So what do we do for Phil, who's like all depressed about the future?
Who's
What do we
not? I mean, I'm not alone
you know what?
in this.
I'm totally in with you on that. I
Yeah.
always say suicidal ideation is a sign of intelligence.
That's so smart.
Following through is a sign of stupidity. But if you haven't thought about relief, then there's something wrong with you.
Gosh,
Yeah.
this is porn star wisdom. Yeah, I want to see this famous armpit.
I want